Good evening and welcome. We would like to thank everyone who has joined us this evening to celebrate the graduation of the East Leyden High School class of 2023. We'd like to begin our ceremony with the singing of our national anthem. Please rise if you're able, remove your caps, and join the Leyden Festival Band under the direction of Mr. Brian Miller and Mr. Michael Vasher. You may be seated. It is with great pride that we welcome you here tonight to celebrate this wonderful milestone with our class of 2023. Tonight, we're fortunate to be able to celebrate in great style and comfort here in the beautiful Rosemont Theater. Thanks to the generosity of Mayor Bradley Stevens and the Village of Rosemont, we're able to enjoy our graduation in a perfect setting that can be enjoyed and remembered by all. Please help us show our gratitude. I would also like to thank Rosemont Theater's Executive Director, Pat Nagel, Director of Operations, Ed Ballo, and the skilled craftsmen and craftwomen who work behind the scenes. Their special touches add so much to our ceremony, and we appreciate all that they do for us. Please help me thank them. Although tonight is really about this amazing group of seniors in front of us, ready to take their next steps, I know that they would like to take one more opportunity to thank the faculty who have joined us here this evening. There is no finer group of people anywhere, and I am proud of them and what we all continue to achieve. Faculty, please stand and face the audience. Thank you for all that you do each and every day. This evening, I'd also like to specifically recognize one special retiring faculty member, Counselor Bill Mitchell. Congratulations. The class of 2023 has accomplished so much in their time at East Leyden, and we're proud to let you know that has been rewarded by earning a total of $4,453,321 in grants and scholarships to colleges and universities across the country. Congratulations. At this time, I would like to introduce, presenting her commencement speech, Your Name, our Assistant Superintendent, Dr. Tatiana Bonuma. Welcome, Dr. Bonuma.
It is an honor to be here representing our superintendent, Dr. Poliak, who is not able to attend tonight as he's attending his son's graduation. Thank you all for joining us to celebrate East Leyden's class of 2023. Later in the program, all 407 graduates will have their names announced as part of the ceremony. As each and every one of you across the stage to receive your diploma, your name will prompt your family, friends, classmates, and teachers to think about you, what you mean to them, and the impact that you've had. So much is associated with a name. Let's take a closer look at a name that you may know, one of your classmates, Sephora Hank. Please stand. Marius and Loredana Hank welcomed Sephora in 2004. The Hank family is a tight-knit Christian family from a Romanian background. Sephora is the second oldest of 8 children, ranging from her older brother, Josh, who's 20, and her younger brother, Caleb, who is 2 years old. Her brother, Kevin, and her sister, Deborah, attend East Leyden High School. Her brother, Ethan, and her sister, Gracelyn, are in elementary school, and her brother, Lucas, is in kindergarten. In Sephora's words, I love my family. We do everything together. We're never alone. During COVID, Sephora said that things got a little chaotic at times. Needless to say that the internet would get a little slow when all the siblings are on Zoom at the same time. She shared that one of the most challenging things about being a family of 10 is sometimes figuring out where to go out to eat. Many times it really does come down to a vote. When asked what being a part of the Hank family means to her, Sephora said that her mom and her dad have instilled in her and her 7 siblings the following notions: finish what you start, be kind, work hard, be the best version of yourself, and become strong and independent. Sephora shared that faith is also a very important part of the Hank family. I had the opportunity to talk to Sephora's dad, Marius, who shared with me why the family chose the name Sephora. He was quick to tell me that Sephora is a Romanian biblical name. Sephora was Moses' wife. She was incredibly humble, patient, and loyal. When I asked him to describe Sephora, without hesitation, he said, she is everything. She's genuine, kind, happy, hardworking, humble, and always lifts everyone else around her. Sephora started participating in gymnastics when she was 4. She was a young athlete who was very dedicated and very talented. For 10 years, she was involved in gymnastics at the Northwest Turner Gymnastics Club. She's grateful for her coaches that supported and challenged her. At the club, she was a 2-year Level 5 state champion, Level 7, 8, and 9 regional champion, Level 8 Eastern qualifier. It is important to share that all of these accolades did not come without challenges. Sephora experienced many gymnastics injuries. Due to a combination of her physical injuries and emotional challenges, Sephora made a very difficult decision to take a year off from gymnastics in 8th grade. Teammates leaving, balancing school, work, and other responsibilities just became too much. She dealt with stress, anxiety, and depression. Her parents, her faith, her siblings, especially her sister Deborah, and her friends helped her get her through this difficult time. In true Sephora fashion, she used this experience to grow. Sephora is a firm believer that God opened a door for her when she got to high school, when a friend connected her with Coach Hayes, which led her to joining the Leyden High School gymnastics team. She's thankful for all of her coaches, Coach Suki, Coach Hayes, and especially Coach Quartz. Sephora said that Coach Quartz has impacted her as an athlete, as a student, and as a person. He encouraged her to continue her gymnastics career in high school and continues to be a mentor until this day. In Sephora's words, thank you, Coach Quartz, for everything. I'm beyond grateful for your encouragement and the sacrifices that you have made for me and my teammates. You are simply the best. As you can imagine, Coach is also super proud of Sephora and her accomplishments. She was a two-time state qualifier, regional champion in 2022, MVP for all 4 years in high school. But Coach Courts shared that Sephora is by far one of the most talented students he's ever worked with. Although he's very proud of all of her achievements, she will always be remembered for being receptive to feedback and for her leadership in the gym. She's extremely supportive of all of her teammates. Sephora's dad recalls a particular moment when he witnessed how impressive Sephora was at an early age. Sephora was 6. She was 6 years old, participating in a gymnastics competition at UIC. She and her teammates performed really well. 9 kids on the team, including Sephora, received a medal, but 1 did not. Unprompted, the 6-year-old Sephora walked over to her teammate and gave her teammate the medal. Later on, when asked why she did that, she said she knew that at that moment, her teammate needed it more than she did. Sephora wants to help others and is finding great joy in coaching the level 3 athletes at the gym where she grew up. She also works 20 hours there and feels like she's really fortunate to be able to pay it forward. Sephora will be attending Triton for 2 years and plans to become a teacher or athletic trainer. She credits her 2 elementary teachers for inspiring her to become a better person. At East Leyden, her desire to become a teacher was strengthened by her experiences with the teachers she had. Sephora specifically mentions Miss Maldonado and described her as the kindest, most thoughtful teacher she's ever met. Sephora shared with me that one thing that she learned from Miss Maldonado is to treat others the way that you want to be treated. Also, she wants to be able to teach and run her classroom just like Miss Maldonado runs her classroom. The feeling is mutual, as you can imagine. That is what Mr. Maldonado said when asked about Sephora. These are her words. This Starbucks-loving scholar is a hard worker and driven individual who impacts every person she meets. We're lucky to have been a part of her journey. Ms. Maldonado, what you don't know is that Sephora shared a couple of other things with me. She's saying that she's truly blessed. She feels like she's blessed from above to be able to have you in her life. But she also wants to tell you, sorry for breaking her Starbucks treat, but $8 is really not that bad for coffee after all. Sephora Hank has been grounded by all the attributes and things that define what it means to be part of the Hank family. Her parents were right. The name Sephora is the name that many of us will associate with being an amazing person. Genuine, kind, happy, hardworking, humble, and a person that always lifts everyone around her. Sephora, thank you for being part of the Leyden community for the past 4 years and for having such a positive impact around you. We can't wait to see your impact and the impact that you have in your own classroom one day. Thank you. Well, class of 2023, here's another name that you may know. Maylin Mariana Calderon Zapet. Mariana was born in Guatemala on May 31st, 2004. Happy early birthday, Mariana. During our time together, one of the first things that she shared with me is that within a few months of her being born in Guatemala, her mom decided to immigrate to the United States. Her mom was 18 years old. Her Aunt Patricia, who was 17 years old at the time, accepted the responsibility to care for Mariana. Mariana shared that her Aunt Patricia was like a mother to her. Her grandma Anna and the extended family were there by her side every step of the way. While telling me the story, Mariana had a smile on her face, a genuine smile. I asked her if it was hard for her to talk about her childhood. In a very calm, positive demeanor, she quickly responded, "No, I thank God that my mom was able to make it safely to the United States and that I grew up with my mom's family. I never felt like something was missing. I grew up happy, cared for, and being part of a family. I grew up taking care of my cousins. I was always a role model for them. They are my family. Her grandma Ana is here tonight. This is a special message from Mariana to her family in Guatemala. Mariana quiere agradecer y reconocer a todas las personas que le ayudaron a llegar aquí, en especial a su abuela Ana, quien nos acompaña hoy, y su tía Patricia, que se encuentra en Guatemala, y quien ha sido como una madre para Mariana todos esos años. Reflecting on her childhood, Mariana credits her extended family for shaping the person she is today. When she was 11, her mom invited her to come to the United States. Mariana made the trip at age 11, and that is the first time she met her mother. She couldn't adapt to living in the United States and went back to Guatemala to be with her family. Fast forward a few years, about 4 years ago, she was asked to come and join her mom again. Mariana was hesitant at first. Her heart and her mind were speaking different languages. Her heart wanted to stay in Guatemala and be with her family. Her mind was telling that this was a great opportunity. She knew it was going to be hard, but she decided to take a chance. She was determined to have a better education and to eventually be able to help her family in Guatemala. Her first few months were challenging, adapting to a new home, school, and friends. She shared that moving without her family to a different country, experiencing discrimination, and going through the pain of losing someone she loved, her cousin Mario, back in Guatemala, and not being able to see him was really difficult. At first, she did not fully understand the American education system, a lot to learn. As she felt more comfortable, she started to ask questions and eventually joined the soccer team, but the season was cut short, unfortunately, due to COVID. Mariana shared that she has always been focused but a bit shy. She learned English watching TV, movies, and shows in Guatemala. Well, needless to say, that none of these things were going to stop her. This year, she participated in cross-country, track and field, orchestras, service club, and the list goes on and on. Mariana placed in the top 10 for both the Northern Illinois regional competition as well as the state competition in Springfield for graphic design. She got to live her dream of dancing with the orchestra stream. She had always wanted to take dance classes, but the classes back home were too expensive and not accessible. The accolades did not stop there. She earned the Path to Excellence Award, completed the Seal of Literacy, and according to her art teacher, Ms. Rosen, Mariana's art portfolio won a combined $420,000 in scholarships offered in 7 different schools. As if it wasn't enough, she recently learned that a piece of her artwork was chosen by the Office of Illinois Congressman Garcia to hang in the walls of Congress next year. So she will be taking the trip to DC, yes. She will be taking the trip in June for her artwork unveiling ceremony. All of these things are a testament to her drive, self-advocacy, and determination. I would be remiss to say, to not mention that she did all of this while working 2 jobs and maintaining an incredible 4.0 plus GPA. She's thankful for all her teachers, yes. Mariana is thankful for her teachers for pushing her and believing in her potential. In particular, she would like to thank Ms. Rosen, Ms. Reed, Ms. Bonilla, and Mr. Smith for encouraging her to access rigorous classrooms. Here are some of her amazing teachers and the messages that they have for her. Ms. Fatima, her English teacher, said, "Mariana, I want to take a moment to express my deep admiration for you. Your journey has left a lasting impression on me. Your resilience in the face of adversity is truly remarkable. What I admire the most about you, it's not just your ability to adapt and thrive in new environments, but also your gratitude and humility. Despite the hardships you've experienced, you've expressed heartfelt appreciation for the support of your extended family and the sacrifices that your mother has made for your future." From Mr. Stark, her PE teacher, "As teachers, we like to believe that we can have a positive impact on our students' lives. It is a unique and fulfilling experience when it does happen. but even more unique when a student can have that kind of impact on a teacher. That is my experience with Mariana. She has such a big heart, selfless, caring, hardworking are just a few ways to describe what a student she is. Mariana is a quiet girl who could go unnoticed, but I notice her kindness, willingness to work, and her daily practice of treating others nicely. Mr. Jackson, her math teacher. What impresses me the most about Mariana is the strength of her character. She has circumstances in her life that could cause her to be weak and to give up. But Mariana is not weak. She's a model of strength, conviction, determination. She does not use her difficulties in life to define her. She uses it to strengthen and drive her towards success. She's quiet when she should be loud. She lets her beautifully poignant and powerful art speak for her. She's kind when she could be bitter. She exudes happiness when she has dealt with such difficulty of separation from her mother. Simply put, if my two daughters grow with the strength, conviction, work ethic, determination, and kindness that Mariana embodies, I would be proud. You are correct, Mr. Jackson. I think we're all proud, very proud of her tonight. Maylene Mariana Calderon-Zapet, I believe that everyone in this audience feel like they know you a little bit. We're all excited for you as you attend Triton Honors Program, a 2-year scholarship program, and continue your education at the school of your dreams to major in computer science to minor in graphic design. Thank you for sharing your story and for opening the door for other students to follow. Thank you. On behalf of Dr. Poliak and the Leyden administrators, it has been a pleasure being part of your journey. Sephora, Mariana, and all 2023 East Leyden graduates, always remember that your name is powerful and that you are powerful. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Bonuma, for your incredible words. We truly appreciate it. Next, I'm proud to introduce to you tonight's first graduation speaker, James Dundovich. Please help me welcome Jimmy as he shares his thoughts with us about perseverance.
Look at you guys. We made it. All right. Just don't laugh at me when I stutter, okay? It's been a heck of a journey, but we finally made it. I never really knew what time flies while you're having fun meant until now, because it feels like just yesterday we were walking into Leyden for the first time as freshmen. We had no idea what to expect as high schoolers when walking into East Leyden for the first time, but I don't think any of us could have been prepared for what was to come. Previous Leyden graduates would come in as freshmen, get through their 4 years like nothing, and head off into the world. But for us, the class of 2023, it was different. Sorry. The beginning of our freshman year was pretty normal. We were all nervous little freshmen frantically running through the halls trying to find our classes. We were all getting used to a new environment, making new friends, trying out for sports, joining clubs, and freaking out over our finals. It was all how it was supposed to be. But then, COVID hit and the world shut down. Woohoo, 2 weeks off, is what we all thought. But it was more than just a couple days off of school. We had the end of our freshman year stripped away from us in the blink of an eye. And don't even get me started on sophomore year. Nobody would have guessed that going back to school meant opening up your computer and logging onto a Google Meet. And let's be real for a second, nobody even knew what Google Meet was until then. Our second year of high school didn't feel like school at all. We were all forced to stay home and do e-learning, doing homework on Google Docs and taking pictures of our work. It was extremely weird and difficult for all of us. All of those clubs and the sports we had just got involved with weren't able to meet anymore. Everybody was so isolated from everything, and it was honestly really lonely. We couldn't eat lunch with our best friends, talk to our favorite teachers, or anything like that. And after what felt like an eternity, it got a little better when we went to the hybrid schedule and we were actually able to physically be in school. Even though we were actually in the building again, it still didn't feel like East Leyden. We came back with a false hope, thinking that everything was going to go back to normal, but that wasn't the case. We roamed the halls with masks on at all times. We had temperature checks every day. We had to social distance ourselves from each other at lunch. Our athletes were running up the court wearing masks, and our school band was literally cutting holes in their masks just to play their instruments. Like, come on, what are we doing? It wasn't what we were expecting to come back to at all. And it was a very hard and confusing year for each and every one of us. But that is what separates us from the other classes. We got through all of those hardships and obstacles because we weren't willing to let COVID ruin our high school experience. Our junior year and our senior year was what I like to call our comeback season, and when everything started to go back to normal, it started to feel like high school again. Coming back after the pandemic, we had to step up as the upperclassmen and show the new students what being a Leyden Eagle was all about. And even though our junior year and senior years flew by, we didn't take it for granted, and we still made so many memories, some good ones and some bad ones. One thing that I will never forget was passing out in Mr. Stark's athletic PE class and ending up with 6 stitches in my head. So yeah, they're not all good memories. But whether you choose to remember the good or the bad, remember how we, the class of 2023, are going to be remembered. We are strong, resilient, forward thinkers. We're going to take these memories with us as they have shaped us into who we are today, as the resilient ones, the ones who survived high school during COVID. I would like to thank all the teachers and administrators at Leyden because going through a global pandemic was just as hard on our teachers as it was on us. It was definitely a huge change to teach classes virtually, and I'm sure you guys got tired of yelling at kids on the computer telling them to put their camera on. All of our teachers deserve to be recognized for all they do for their school and their students. At East Leyden, it feels like there's a place for everyone, and our teachers and administrators do so much to make sure that every student feels welcome at our school. We have had so many opportunities these past 4 years to find something that inspired us, interested us, or just kept us busy during the school day. Maybe you learned how to cook, fix a computer, how to speak a new language, or how to fix your car that is always breaking down. Thank you, Popfin. I love you. Or you learned how algebra works, like all that math stuff that we're never going to use again. I can go on and on. Leyden has offered us so many opportunities to learn, grow, and make memories. So we owe many thanks to our amazing teachers and our administrators here at Leyden. Don't worry, I'm almost done talking. I know you guys want to get out of here. I love you too, Trevor. It's my guy. Now I'd like you all to please take the time tonight to thank your family, your loved ones, or your friends, teachers, lunch lady, counselor, security guard, or whoever it is that has had an impact on your life. Let them know how they inspired you in ways that they may not know. Thank them for sticking with you these past 4 years, because it was not an easy journey for any of us, and we couldn't have done it alone. Now, before I say goodbye to you all tonight, I want you to know that I love each and every one of you, and I will never forget the memories I made with this amazing class. You guys are all truly a unique group of people who make the most out of what is given to us. So be happy that you're part of the East Leyden class of 2023, because whatever gets thrown at us will go right through it. With our combined school spirit and the energy we bring to any event, we could take on the world if we had to. The class of 2023 will always be unmatched and undefeated. I am proud of you all, and no matter what your plans are after this, I know each and every one of you will be happy and successful in your lives. Congratulations to the class of 2023. Jay Dundo, I'm out.
Thank you, Jimmy, for sharing your words with us tonight. Next, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our second graduation speaker for the evening, Lina Alhasan. This evening, Lina will share her thoughts with you on determination. Welcome, Lina.
Who's excited? Okay, all right. Good evening, faculty, proud family members, friends, and beloved graduates. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Lina Alhasan, and I'm honored to be speaking in front of all of you tonight. I'd like to start off by saying, hola, ciao, dzień dobry, ¿cómo está, namaste, marhaba, and from me to you, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. First and foremost, I want to extend my warmest congratulations to each and every graduate sitting in front of me. This day belongs to you, and it is a testament to your unwavering commitment and unwavering pursuit of knowledge. Today, we honor your achievements and the countless sacrifices you have made to reach this very day. Now, I'm a firm believer that every single person you meet comes into your life for a reason and leaves an impact on you. As I'm looking into the crowd and onto the stage tonight, I see the beauty of people from all walks of life, nationalities, and cultures. But despite all our differences, we're all here together in the same place, wearing the same unflattering gowns. I lost my place, hold on. And sharing the same stage. After going through 4 years of school with you all, I realized that no matter where we come from or where we're going, we all share one thing, and that is the time we spent here at Leyden. I don't want to speak much about the past. I think it's been brought up a lot today, but I just like to mention the times that I spent laughing, crying, walking the halls, and playing sports with some of you have meant the absolute world to me. A big thank you to my teachers, coaches, and administrators that have opened my eyes to equity work and have allowed me to share my unique perspectives in class, conferences, and through my work. I'll never forget the first time I watched the movie Cinderella. I finished that movie, got up to the couch, and told my parents, I want to be a princess when I'm older. They took a minute, looked me up and down, and said, Lina, grow up. You're graduating next week. No, yeah, thank you for the support. No, but seriously, thank you for everything, Mama, Baba. I love you guys wherever you are. And to my younger siblings, for all the sleepless nights you had me helping you with your school projects instead of letting me do my own homework. Loved it, honored to be awake with you both. And to my personal chauffeur, my older brother, who even after I got my license drove me around. I mean, that was the closest I got to being a princess, a passenger princess. And on that note, on behalf of all the graduates, I'd like to thank all parents, siblings, and guardians that have supported us these past 4 years. Thank you for everything. Graduates, Graduates, as we venture forth into the wider world, let us be guided by our passions, fueled by our dreams, and inspired by the belief that we can make a difference. Life beyond graduation may present us with obstacles and uncertainties, but I have full faith in the extraordinary abilities of each and every graduate here today. With our diplomas, we will create a world that is more compassionate, inclusive, and just. From Ukraine to Palestine, we will remind ourselves that voices and stories get lost in textbooks and curriculum. So as we go forth, embrace every opportunity to speak up. Never lose sight of the incredible potential that resides within you, and always remember to support and uplift others, as our collective success is a testament to the strength of our unity. Street poet and philosopher Taylor Swift once said, "The scary news is you're on your own now, but the cool news is you're on your own now." I love this quote because it always reminds me that people have different journeys, paths, and perspectives, which encourages me to explore other people's worlds and just be kind. If I've learned anything these past 4 years, it's that kindness takes you really far. I mean, after all, we heard kindness matters in every morning announcement this year, so it's gotta mean something. And with all that being said, I thank you all for listening to me, and to the class of 2023, enjoy these last moments of being together as a class. Take these last mental screenshots, and give your friends and teachers your warmest hugs. I will miss you all. I wish you all the very best in the future, and I'm so happy I was able to be a small part of your lives. I love you all, and I know you all do great things. And to the rest of East Leyden High School, I hate to say it, but you just lost the best class out there. Congratulations, class of 2023.
Let's hear it one more time for Lina and Jimmy. At this time, we'd like to introduce our incredible chamber singers who will now perform this day under the direction of the wonderful Miss Stacy Cunningham.
Soon it will end, and once capture the time when us and love, when us and God before this day is gone, gone, before this day is
Thank you so much to our chamber singers. It's my pleasure to now introduce to you our school board president, Mr. Gregory Ignafo. Welcome, Mr. Ignafo.
Thank you. It is an honor and privilege for me to be here tonight. This is an exciting time as we celebrate another milestone in the lives of Leyden's newest alumni. They are our LeydenPride. Congratulations, class of 2023. And before I go any further, a very special thank you to Rosemont Mayor Bradley Stevens, also a Leyden alum. Thank you for providing us with this outstanding theater in which to showcase these fine young men and women. Thank you, Mayor. Graduates, seated behind you are your family, friends, teachers, and other members of the Leyden family. They are here in support of you to recognize your accomplishments on this special day and celebrate their pride in you. Your relationships with each other, whether you're parent, guardian, sibling, friend, teacher, or an acquaintance, are meaningful and necessary for your success and happiness. Collectively, they are your sphere of influence, an integral part of who you are. They are in your lives as you are in theirs. So today, we not only celebrate your achievement, we celebrate each other and our relationships. In 1990, Barbara Bush gave the commencement address at Wesley College. In her remarks, she told graduates, cherish your human connections. At the end of your life, you will never regret not having passed one more test, winning one more verdict, or not closing one more deal. You will regret time not spent with a husband, a child, a friend, or a parent. So graduates, if you were to turn around, you would see that those behind you are beaming with pride. Pride in you because they know you. They cherish you. You have built those relationships with each other. You support each other, and in one way or another, you have struggled and have overcome challenges to get here today. They are committed to supporting you as you move forward to the next chapter in your lives. So as you know, you did not get here alone. There are so many to acknowledge who have had a hand in forming your character. Some who have been alongside you since birth, some that you have come to know at Leyden, and some you have never met. But each has played an essential role in your lives. Leyden encourages our students to dream the dream, provides them with the tools and opportunity to live the dream. But there are only a few who have stood up and defended the dream. Would all those who have worn our country's uniform please stand so that we may have the opportunity to thank you for your service? Where are our veterans? Where our veterans please stand? Army, Marines, Navy, Coast Guard, Air Force, Space Force. Thank you, veterans. You make this all possible. And please remember that Monday, May 29th, is Memorial Day, a day to remember those who gave their lives in defense of freedom, including several of our own Leyden alumni. And a very special thank you to Leyden community's first responders. They are on the front line every single day, protecting us and keeping us safe. Would all of our first responders, police, fire, EMS, no matter what community you serve, all of our first responders, please stand up, including Officer Matt Bowles. Thank you. Olivia Lawrence, where are you? Would you stand? Where is Olivia? There she is. Last August, Olivia and Marisol Garcia from West were sworn in as Leyden student board members. Through their participation at school events, attendance at board meetings, and their many other commitments, Olivia and Marisol have brought your voice to the highest level of decision-making. When the Board of Education needs to make a decision about what's best for kids, we turn to Olivia and Marisol for their input, and they have represented you very well. Olivia, thank you for your commitment to Leyden, your long hours, your valuable insight and collaboration. We will miss you. Graduates, the rest of the people that I will acknowledge have one single common purpose, and that is to provide you with the best possible high school education with an abundance of quality experiences for you to grow physically, academically, and emotionally. Remember, if it wasn't for you, the student, Leyden High School simply would not exist. We believe that Leyden High Schools provides the best possible education for our students with a wide variety of opportunities, and that each individual student has unique talents, and those unique talents need to be identified, nurtured, and honed. Although they are small in numbers, their impact is immense. Leyden High Schools enjoys the best team of administrators in any school district anywhere. Administrators, thank you for your vision, your passion, and your consistent vigil over our most precious asset, our kids. Thank you, administrators. Also, a thank you to Patrick Hatfield. Patrick is Leyden's Chief School Business Official, Chief Financial Officer, Chief Investment Officer, and Treasurer. The only person at Leyden with a longer title is his assistant. Patrick is leaving Leyden at the end of the fiscal year to take on the challenges of retirement. With Patrick's leadership, he and his staff have done a remarkable job in caring for the taxpayers' money, modernizing fiscal services, and managing the district's investments, which have outperformed long-term benchmarks in every category. To quote Patrick, "A man of abundance numbers, charts, and multicolored graphs, but of a few words, it's been a hoot." Thank you, Patrick. I have been out of high school for, let's say, a lot of years. Why does that always get a laugh? But I still remember my high school teachers. I can remember them because they had such an impact on my life. It was not until I got a bit older that I was able to truly see that my teachers, like yours, made a commitment to provide me with the very best educational opportunities. I remember feeling their frustration when I didn't perform as I should have, their encouragement, guidance, and patience as they worked with me to achieve my goals, and then their pride when I succeeded. I remember them like you will remember your teachers because they made a commitment to not just the student, but to you on a personal level. If I could ask the faculty to stand one more time. Ladies and gentlemen, the East Leyden faculty. Thank you. Well done. There are many other members of the Leyden family who work tirelessly for the success of Leyden students. These past 3 years have been anything but normal, whatever normal is. No matter what the call, the Leyden support staff were there collectively, collaboratively, assisting the entire Leyden community. From the abundance of food preparation and delivery, to building maintenance, security, transportation, technology, to organizing the building for vaccinations, and everything in between. While many were working remotely, they were there every day making things happen. Remarkable simply doesn't cover their efforts. You have had a big impact on bringing these young men and women here tonight. Thank you, support staff. And Leyden certainly wouldn't be Leyden if it wasn't for all of the volunteers. Those loyal Eagles who consistently give their time, talents, and resources so young men and women like these graduates can have extra opportunities. Thank you, volunteers. Last, but certainly not least, a very special thank you to your neighbors, the taxpayers. We are very grateful that the Leyden community continues to support the innovative programs for the betterment of our students. Thank you, taxpayers. In closing, I'll quote a very dear friend of mine, Lucia Ramirez. Lucy graduated from East in 2012. She has been suffering from a debilitating medical condition since middle school. She knows, like Barbara Bush said, what is really important in life, to cherish the human connection. Lucy says, graduates, don't forget where you come from. Life is too short. We become so eager to fly and conquer the world that we forget about our parents and siblings. Keep that strong connection. You will thank me later. They were there for your first steps, and they are there now to help you succeed. They will be with you every moment in your life. Take advantage of it. And enjoy, because in the blink of an eye, you'll be grandparents. Life flies. Keep transforming the world. You are all our future generations. Well said, Lucy. To the families of these new Leyden alumni, thank you for allowing us to be part of their lives. We share with you the commitment to excellence for their success, and I hope that we have met and exceeded your expectations. Thank you. Dr. Manola, Dr. Bonuma, on behalf of the Board of Education, it is with an abundance of LeydenPride that I accept these fine young men and women as Leyden High School's newest alumni, the East Leyden class of 2023. They bring honor to themselves, their families, and the entire Leyden community. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much, Mr. Gnuffo. It is now my honor to present to you the class of 2023 for the awarding of diplomas. Finally, We are almost at that moment you've all been waiting for. However, before we begin, with a request from the class of 2023, I would like to welcome up Jeremy Lagatau, Jasmine Diaz, and Olivia Lorenz.
Wow. Welcome to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2023. We thank all of our families, friends, and teachers who are present to honor us tonight. Because this is such a special occasion for each and every one of us, we would like to make this very special request. As the names of the graduates are announced, please hold your applause and cheers so that the names of all graduates can be heard in an equal and fair manner. With your help, we look forward to making this a most meaningful and respectful ceremony. Thank you.
Bienvenidos a la ceremonia de la graduación de la clase 2023. Agradecemos a nuestras familias, amigos y maestros que están presentes para honrarnos esta noche, porque se trata de una ocasión muy especial para todos y cada uno de nosotros. Gustaría hacerle una petición muy especial. Cuando se anuncien los nombres de los graduados, favor de no aplaudir para que los nombres de todos se puedan escuchar de la misma forma y sea justo para todos. Con su ayuda, esperamos tener una ceremonia significativa y respetuosa. Gracias.
Witamy na ceremonii graduacji klasy roku 2023. Dziękujemy serdecznie wszystkim naszym bliskim, przyjaciołom i nauczycielom za Waszą obecność tutaj dla uhonorowania naszej uroczystości. Ponieważ jest to szczególna okazja dla każdego z nas bez wyjątku, mamy szczególną prośbę. Gdy wyczytywane będą nazwiska graduujących uczniów, prosimy powstrzymać się od braw, aby wszystkie nazwiska mogły być usłyszane jednakowo, głośno i wyraźnie. Niech z Waszą pomocą ta ceremonia będzie szczególna i niezapomniana dla wszystkich. Dziękujemy.
Thank you, Jeremy, Jasmine, and Olivia. At this time, ushers, please prepare our graduates. Our readers tonight are faculty members, Ms. Carolina Parra Garcia and Dr. Sawsan Jaber. Assisting with tonight's ceremony are 6 students from the class of 2024, Yana Flor, Logan Bilbrey, Russell Klug, Emily Salka, Gabriel Ortiz, and Soveida Limon. Presenting diplomas this evening are Board of Education members, Mr. Joseph Trevino and Mr. Cesar Garcia.
Here goes. Jasmine Abranica.
Abderrahman Abujbara. Eileen Aguilar.
Mia Genesis Augusto.
Lina Alhasan.
Emra Ahmetovic.
Alexander Moises Almaraz.
Lucero Maria Torres.
Michelle Alvarado. Jasmine Amaro.
Jocelyn Jasmine Alvarado.
Manuel Ernesto Andaluz.
Gael Alvarez.
Maria Antonchak.
Elena Loli Amaya.
Juisa Taina Arroyo.
Natalia Andrachak.
Edgar Alberto Avila.
Delano Alexandra Arguezo.
Delaney Avitia.
Juliana Michelle Ashbeck.
Kayla Marie Badillo.
Kinea Montserrat Avila.
Ethan Andrew Baena.
Amy Barbarez.
Nicola Bach.
Daniel Angelo Bagnoli III.
Jacob Baraniak.
Camille Bach.
Ryan James Barnett.
Haley Baker.
Israel Piero Benitez.
Luz Michelle Barbosa.
Patrick Bialek.
Kevin Reynaldo Barrera.
Luca Bozovich.
Paul Daniel Barrios.
Melania Bran Figueroa.
Olivia Bonica.
Audiel Jr. Brito.
Joshua Michael Bowling.
Lina Brown.
Radi Ante Bazovich.
Callista Kaylee Bodemir.
Jamari Brandon.
Oliver Manuel Barek.
Marco Antonio Brito.
Mariana Calderon.
Richard Brundage.
Alexis Camp.
Gabriela Sarah Bukowski.
Ellie Raquel Caron.
Natalie Cabral.
Amy Castro.
Juan Daniel Calvillo.
Lixi Ariani Castro.
Kayla Marie Carey.
Charlie Alexander Cervantes.
Philip John Carter.
David Chadalick.
Daniela Castro.
Rosemarie Cochero.
Julio Cesar Sabero Flores.
Yair Contreras.
Gianmarco Cervantes.
Darian Andre Crespo.
Carlos Jomar Colon Gomez.
Janelli Zenaida Cruz.
Aida Correa.
Priscila Amelia Cruz.
Madeline Kripe.
Stephanie Marie Check.
Persephone Cruz.
Manuel de Jesus Garcia.
Victoria Polina Sarzanek.
Nicole Deck.
Brian De La Cruz.
Anaí del Rio.
Adrian Joaquin Del Rio.
Josiah Delgado.
Joshua DeLeon.
Michael Robert Dermody.
Vince Rosario DePinto.
Daisy Itzel Diaz.
Daniela Diaz.
Anthony Bodie.
Jasmine Diaz.
Natalie Rose Diaz.
Luna Elisa Diaz.
Oscar Gabriel Diaz.
Marco Antonio Diaz.
Ethan Damian Dugo.
Nathan Diaz.
Camille Jakonski.
Leonardo Francesco Galanito Dragota.
Maya Estrada.
James Dundovich.
Jan Samuel Dolores Falorin.
Idalis Echeneke.
Natalie Jade Carmen Felix.
Citlali Estrada.
Avi Flores.
Walter Feliciano.
Omar Franco.
Dylan Finos.
Daniel Galeas.
Genesis Marie Foster.
Brian Garcia.
Anthony M. Frazier.
David Israel Garcia.
Caitlin Elizabeth Gannon.
Chelsea Garcia.
Daniel Enrique Garcia.
Sofia Susana Garrido.
Haley Daniela Garcia.
Yanni Salvatore Janakopoulos.
Carolina Garcia Ensueta.
Brianna Lee Gilseppi.
Victoria Stoyanova Gateva.
Michael Glads.
Jaden Gill.
Abigail Marie Godinez.
Jaden Huron.
Diego Gomez Palacio.
Cara Elise Gobenshong.
Jayshawn DeAndre Gonzalez.
Janet Gomez.
Lyric Gonzalez.
Angelina Catalina Gonzalez.
Paola Mercedes Granades Alicea.
Leslie Marie Gonzalez.
Fabian Brian Guzman.
Moises Gonzalez.
Aldine Helilovic.
Diana Guadalupe Gutierrez Carrion.
Kelly Alicia Havron.
Nur Haddad.
Ana Maria Hernandez.
Sephora Loredana Hank.
Camila Hernandez.
Tyler Herzai.
Kevin Raimundo Hernandez.
Antonio Alexander Hernandez.
Natalia Herrera.
Fernanda Johanna Hernandez.
Alicia Ann Piraca.
Israel Hernandez Perciado.
Yanet Liliana Huerta.
Stephen John Horvath.
Dominic Patrick Irla.
Adam David Peter Huerta.
Kinga Jamrozik.
Emmanuel Irizarry.
Jacob Daniel Jarnagan.
Andrew Edward Jackson.
Andrea Jimenez.
Muhammad Jamil Jaradat.
Julian Bryce Jones.
Hannah Rosemary Josh.
Patricia Kashmarek.
Juan Andres Jimenez Avila.
Thomas Edward Kafka.
Luis Alexis Juarez.
John Dursim Kaplanju.
Adam Haitham Qadiri.
Daniela Amanda Katlabi.
Crystal Amanda Kapan.
Moab Khan.
John Mabeo Kasango.
Carlos Emiliano Klassen.
Jacob Stewart Kelly.
Kylie Eileen Kopecki.
Xander Lynn Kiefer.
Philip Stanley Kojal.
Natalina Koleva.
Victoria Carolina Kojal.
Edward Kosar.
Carl Kutz.
Marcel Cozio.
Magdalena Laka.
Kaya Halina Kozlowski.
Sarah Legutko.
Patricia Koklowski. Sorry.
Maximilian Lesney.
Jeremy Legato.
Nina Marie Link.
Isabella Gianna Limas.
Juan Manuel Llanos Hernandez.
Alonzo Lewis.
Charles John Lombardi II.
Melanie Oyonis Lobos Torres.
Alexander Armando Lopez.
Adrian Lopez.
Cristian Lopez Rodriguez.
Raven Marie Lopez.
Sebastian Andre Lorenzana.
Olivia Catherine Lorenz.
Travion Love.
Casper Los.
Valentina Tran Lee.
Zachary Lowe.
Kenneth Ganillo Madhos.
Alexa Beatrice Mabley.
Soraya Malfavon.
Carolina Maria Mekut.
Andrew Mann.
Samuel Anthony Malke.
Stephanie Marchan.
Angel Luis Martinez.
Brianna Martinez.
Christopher Jehovah Frank Martinez.
Leslie Betsaida Martinez.
Jessica Martinez Gutierrez.
Melania Mazer.
Lanice Quintero.
Alexander Medina.
Matthew Tanner McBrien.
Daniel Lee Mendoza.
Morgan Dawn Mendez.
Matilde Merlos.
Brianna Nicole Mercado.
Sebastian Mishevich.
Jacob Mihalik.
Angel Morris Morales.
Vladislav Modeny.
Anna Molnar.
Ariana Moreno.
Manuel Munoz.
Angel Munoz.
Diego Negrete.
Shirley Eileen Munoz.
Kelly Janine Nelson.
Angelica Sofia Negron.
Amar Hassan Nijem.
Stephen Wynn.
David Florent Nicoara.
Edwin Omar Neivas.
Edwin Nonato Jacinto.
Ivan Nikolov.
Anita Novaskovska.
Natalie Elizabeth Novak.
Jessica Ruby Nunez,
Aiden Nuhanovic.
Ashley Ochoa,
Jakub Carol Ohau.
Carlos Oliver,
Alexander Ivanov Ochakov.
Colin Ordez,
Michael Anthony O'Neill.
Alejandra Ortega,
Sebastian Oriana.
Jancy Ortega,
Giovanni Ortega.
Joelis Michelle Ortiz,
Jennifer Ortega.
Alan Toledo Parcero,
Emily Nicole Pabon.
Ethan John Parsons,
Ariana Fatima Pardo.
Nayeli Peña Iniguez,
Shivesh Patel.
Arturo Manuel Pérez,
Alfredo Perez.
Liliana Pérez,
Julian Perez.
Montserrat Pérez,
Michael Perez.
Omar Elías Pérez Urbina,
Julie Anna Perez Torres.
Anina Josephine Piemont,
Demi Janina Picasso.
Francis Pop,
Mark Aaron Pineda.
Nicholas Anthony Ramdowski,
Javan Xavier Puentes Llanes.
Lisette Ramirez,
Leonardo Ramirez.
David Isaí Ramos,
Melissa Ramirez.
Michaela Elena Renta,
Alicia Reed.
Mario Julián Reyes,
Chloe Arabella Renteria.
Melanie Yulisa Reina,
Michelle Reyes.
Antonio Rivas,
Julius Rene Reneso.
Brianna Ashley Rivera,
Alexander Rivera.
Don Rivera,
Corazon Dulce Rivera.
Jacob Alexander Rivera,
Emily Jean Rivera.
Daisy Robles Perez,
Capri Jean Robinson.
Jesus Rodriguez,
Ethan Israel Rodriguez.
Wilson Rodriguez Parra,
Maria Rodriguez.
Ezekiel Roman,
Sofia America Rojas.
Samuel Roman,
Miguel Angel Roman.
Samantha Aide Romero,
Alejandro Romero.
Chelsea Megan Ramosi,
Stephanie Romero.
Cristian Salazar Muñoz,
Iyad Saleh.
Angélica Salgado,
Shahid Salha.
Mariah Salinas,
Maritza Anahi Salinas.
Denny Selkik,
Gabriela Salud.
Manuel Alejandro Samaya,
Alexis Sanchez.
Maya Juliana Sanchez,
Ziania Sanchez.
Axel Sanchez Morales,
Andre Sandoval.
Alvin Raúl Santos,
Christian Ivan Sepulveda.
Anissa Monique Sidivonsai.
Claudia Victoria Skovernak.
Daniel Peter Smith.
Eva Snowpack.
Antonio Solano.
Natalia Angelica Solarski.
Javier Solis.
Leila Elba Solis.
Giovanni Soriano.
Felipe Sotelo.
Adrian Soto.
Christian Soto.
Gregorio Soto.
Valeria Abigail Soto.
Emmett Southfield.
Volodymyr Sova.
Heidi Elizabeth Suarez.
Jaden Lawan Sulek.
Kathy Ann Surovich.
Yakub Shetlek.
Aiden Taboada.
Daniel Taborski.
Trevor Donald Tadovich.
Natalia Tafoya Valencia.
Julia Eliza Krokowski.
Leslie Teresa.
Christopher Tinoco.
Juan David Tobo Chamorro.
Martina Tokarczyk.
Ileana Cristina Toledo.
Noah Isaiah Torres.
Maritza Torres.
Brisa Tobar Ruelas.
Alex Tovar.
Adrian Trukowski.
James Vincent Traficante.
Emily Urueta Hernandez.
Robert Joseph Urbanati.
Litsi Paola Valdez.
Raul D. Valdez.
Elijah Armani Valle.
Soren Bellenew.
Anthony Hector Vasquez.
Javier Vasquez.
Alondra Vega.
Jaylene Juana Vasquez.
Christopher Venegas.
Brian Noel Velasquez Medina.
Kenneth Virgil Vergara.
Benjamin Parker Venelek.
Gianni Vicenteno.
Dana Hasmini Vera.
Andri Vituek.
Dario Varia.
Robert Verniski Jr.
Madeline Varizi.
Alonso Whittington.
Nazar Vivchamak.
Matthew James Wiseman.
Matthew Patrick White.
Adrian Hubert Wozniak.
Demarion Williams.
Jacob Voznica.
Jenna Marie Widak. Sebastian Casper Warba.
Sydney Young.
Maya Marto Vijashka.
Riley Sierra Sarinana.
Inaya Hamid Zani.
Victoria Ziba.
Eduardo Dariel Sormero.
Kadin Zini Labedin.
Matthew John Zyman. Jacob Anthony Twelko.
Wow, congratulations. Finally this evening, we'd like to once again take a moment to thank everyone involved in making this ceremony so incredible. Thank you for going above and beyond, like always. And importantly, we would like to thank you, our students and families. As Mr. Ignoffo said, you are Leyden. Thank you for being who you are and for making Leyden so great. Graduates, I know you'll take your involvement, your kindness, and your individuality with you in life and create a path that will continue to make us all proud. In no way do I need to hope that the world is ready for you, but rather, I only hope the world is ready for the fully hear and see you, for it will be a better place when it does. At this time, graduates, please stand and face your families and friends. Please move your tassels to the left. Congratulations to the class of 2023.